That's a classic wintry scene here. Bunch of gulls standing on the ice, looking very dozy. What kind of gulls are these? They are, of course, black-headed gulls. But, I hear you cry, there may be gulls, and they have heads, but those heads are not black. Well, that's quite right, and that is because they are in winter plumage. About February, March, the sort of, it's actually chocolate brown hood will begin to molt through, and they'll become black-headed gulls. But for the moment, all they've got is just that little mark behind the eye. And I remember my grandson saying to me once, Grandad, he's much younger than he is now, Grandad, it looks as though they're wearing earphones, which it does. I think that's one of the best descriptions of the head pattern of black-headed gull that I've ever heard. Well done, Niall. So, what was I going to say? Yes, winter. And a question, this is rather a good one actually. It's from Euan, who wants to know, what is my favourite wintering bird? The bird that I look forward to seeing in winter, or at winter. So, I'm going to go for, it's in a way, it's late autumn really, because anything that's going to winter in Britain, spend the winter in Britain, come from somewhere farther north, will arrive probably October, something like that. And without a doubt, the bird I always go, oh, fantastic. These are the autumn migrants, the winter migrants coming in to spend winter here. Redwings, I'll get to it eventually, don't I? Redwings. They're about the size of a song thrush. They do indeed have a sort of lovely rusty red just under in the armpits there, so you don't often see that. But what you do see, especially if they're in the bushes and the hedgerows eating the berries, is this lovely white eye stripe, really, really vivid, and yellow base to the beak. It's a very pretty little bird. It's a thrush, but it's a very pretty little bird, and they come largely from Scandinavia, and we also get a few from up in Greenland. So if that's Britain down here, as the Greenland birds, it'd be like that, wouldn't it? Mirror image. Greenland birds, few of those coming down, and then great waves of them. In the middle of October on an east wind, I stand here and, oh, redwing, 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 and you get big flocks of them coming over. And that's very exciting. And another thing about redwings, a lot of people hear them at night when they're flying over, because they give a very high-pitched see call like that. And I've often been asked, you know, are those bats? I say, no, they're not bats. That high-pitched call, those are redwings migrating at night. But this has got a sad ending, because my hearing is deteriorating as the years go by, and I can't hear them anymore. I can hear the coot, but I can't hear redwings, or meadowpipits, or tree creepers. Too much rock and roll. Pardon?